Hello everybody, and welcome back to Diana Moon Media Parker. As you just saw flashing, we are starting Chapter 2 of Read Only Memories. And I'm just going to get right into it, because where we last left off, an explosion or something happened. Make sure everything's set. Yeah. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. I'm not going to say ellipses. Aw. Whoa. Diana, thank goodness you're finally awake. I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized. I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to be okay. Yeah, I am. Are you okay? My head is killing me. What happened? That's so loud, your voice is even more agonizing than usual. I'm gonna go with, yeah, I am. Are you okay? I'm fine. Whoever ambushed us clearly wasn't interested in causing either of us serious harm. After your collapse, my power systems were jammed. It took me 10 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance. The doctors were originally worried that you may have suffered a concussion, but thankfully that isn't the case. What's strange is that there isn't evidence of any impact trauma to your head at all. My best calculations indicate you were hit with some kind of neurological scrambler. That does not sound good at all. They are serious military hardware and difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my system as well. A mil-spec neuroscrambler fits the bill. Why did they have to attack you? Who do you think did this, and why did they attack us and just leave? Let's go with that one. If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape. That makes sense. But the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, is high. Leaving me when I was vulnerable makes no sense. Who do you think did this? Perhaps a big multinational corporation, or even an actual government. I now believe my original hypothesis to have been correct. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment was probably a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for. Before the last episode ended, which I realized I ended really quickly, but I was excited to get more recordings done, was I was going to say, I really think the whole, human revolution, destroying everything was probably just faked out. Maybe they didn't recognize you, maybe they want to use you to lead them to the rest of Hayden's research, maybe someone unrelated. I want to say it didn't recognize you, but I haven't seen any other ROMs that anywhere close to looking like Turing, so I'm going to go with this one. A reasonable deduction, Diana. We'll have to be careful from here on out, so as to prevent our stalkers from snatching our prize from us. If they don't yet have Hayden's research, we may still have time to rescue him before something really bad happens to him. The beeping of the biobed in my ear is kind of annoying. It's not loud or anything or intrusive, but it's constant, and it makes me paranoid because it sounds like it's not the game, but something in the room. But I guess that's what happens when you have decent headphones. Did you see who hit us? No, I didn't. They hit us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were just very careful in making their way into the apartment. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROMs, and I should have been able to detect any thermal changes from someone being there. But you were being hysterical too, so I don't know. Did they just sneak in front of the door while we were there rummaging? How did I get past the bot, though? When my RAM got scrambled, I lost a few seconds of memory that hadn't yet been written to my data drive. Anyway, the nurses told me they do want you to stay overnight for observation, Diana. A sound precaution to be sure, but if we were hit with a neuroscrambler and not a blunt object, it's a waste of time. I won't presume to make medical decisions for you, but perhaps we should pressure them for your release today? It's just, Hayden's trail is getting cold. Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. The nurses had me hold on to them for you until you awoke. Here's your ID card. Don't lose this again. Here are those headphones you reviewed. I love this. I noticed the article on the computer before. Good job getting published. And here's your spoiled milk. Luckily, the hospital staff didn't find you carrying a carton of spoiled milk around to be a cause for concern. And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water that you got from Alfie. Looks like it got broken. Now all we have is this broken commemorative glass. I was surprised I got actual glass instead of like plastic or something. But maybe they expected me to give the glass back? I don't know. No, at least we have some type of weapon. Also, your bag got wet. Oh fuck, 'cause I didn't drink the water. Maybe we should just throw it away. You're right. You wouldn't want to cut yourself. Broken glass removed from items. At least they're thorough in this game. Just let me know when you want to leave. Ah, excuse me. I do not mean to be a busybody, but you see, visitors are so rare these days. Have I overheard that your friend has gone missing? I'm assuming this is a guy. I love the profile of Turing, like, turned. Curtains. So, oh, before I get to that, Turing. Look at Turing. Has Turing been sitting here by your side the entire time? Bed. It's a decently comfortable in spite of the coverings. Ugh. Use bed. The metal railing is cold to the touch. Oh, I don't have my beats on me? Okay, I won't use that on that. Medicamp. Look at it. You seem to be doing okay. Yay. Use it. You're a writer, not a doctor. Sit back. Sit back down. I'm a doctor, Jim. Damn it. Talk to it. How are things, Medicamp? Oh. Can I use the beats? Yay. Listening to your diagnostic readings so close and focused is kind of creepy. Alright, now we go to the curtains. Standard hospital curtain, low quality fabric, tacky sterile color, and steam clean beyond recognition. Open curtains. Chill fashion. See, are we in Chinatown? Or Japantown? Cause that's Asian. That's kanji. I'll look out the window before I go to the... I was right, a guy. Look at window. A nice, if busy and crowded view of the town. Locked, but you like the warm feel from the sun. The beauty of the view inspires you to hum out a little ditty. Okay, maybe I do have a confession. I don't use medical station. Some sort of medical device is hooked up to his chair. It seems to be running diagnostics on his status. Indeterminate bleeps and bloops, not unlike the ones coming from your own Medicom. That looks different-ish. Maybe because it's... Oh, because it's connected. I thought it was against the wall. He looks familiar, doesn't he? Maybe. Patient. Look at patient. Seems he's your roommate who's been listening in. Talk to patient. Ah, better now. Once again, I'm sorry for being nosy, but were you perhaps speaking of Hayden Weber? He is an old friend of mine, and I would be most concerned if it indeed if it indeed were he whom you were discussing. It's not too often you hear proper grammar. Not that you really should be talking in dialogue with proper grammar, because... Oh, whatever. Anyways. Who are you? Were you listening in on our conversation? I'm gonna go with that one, because that's more pressing. I don't care who the guy is. I apologize for that. It isn't difficult to overhear bits of every conversation in this room. I may not regret it, however, if the situation indeed concerns us both. Perhaps we can help each other. Finally, who are you? Ah! Of course. I have not yet introduced myself. You are quite right to be wary, assuming the seriousness of the situation. I am Dr. Yannick Fairlight, founder and former CEO of System 1 Software. I met Hayden during the course of the merger between Parallax and my company. He is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the MeshNet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point. Ah, I see. Confirmation of my identity. It rhymed. I will not press you for information. Perhaps I can be of some assistance. I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I would be happy to help in any way I can. I have nothing better to do regardless. Wow, a lot of questions. How did you meet Hayden? What are you doing here? How can you help? What do you want? I'm gonna go with Hayden. How did you meet him? Hayden and I made our acquaintance when Parallax and my company underwent a merger. At the time, Hayden was merely a young hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. It was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject. You said former CEO, or do you know anything? I'm going to say former CEO, even though I kind of get it. Ah, yes. Former. I accepted a lower position after the merger with Parallax, though that too did not last. The new board of directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the new company should take. The distributed meshnet that current generation ROMs used was, at the time, highly experimental, and I felt that a non-centralized data scheme was dangerous, both from internal and external threats. I have been proven wrong so far, but the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of the meshnet is incredibly expensive. There were other disagreements, but in the end I was voted off the board of directors and exited from the company. It would be dishonest to say that there are no hard feelings, but I am still a very wealthy man, and I have found other projects to occupy my time. Did you know anything about Hayden's research? His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction. ... He once showed me a prototype of his. She was quite clever and very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations? Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing, and she is Diana. Did you say she? Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on the fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself, pastel pink. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she, if you are spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby. Yes. Do you know what became of her? Or where she might be now? Hayden has told me so little of his past research. I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If I ever knew any more about her, I'd have forgotten, although I still have some connections within Parallax. Should I stumble over any information about your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it your way. Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. Let me ask about something else. Ah! Of course, ask away. What are you doing here? It is quite a coincidence, that we find ourselves here sharing a room, but such things happen from time to time. But it's not so mysterious, or is it? It's up to us to seize the opportunity when it appears. I am getting a bit on in years, and this chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support ROM. Its development is one of my hobbies, so to speak. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I am here at the hospital to have it serviced. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into the surgery all at once, and my appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators were concerned about me, thus they placed me here in a room with a quiet patient so that I can continue my work while waiting. I did not think they expected you to awaken quite as quickly as you did. I'm going to be a little bit nicer and say, how can you help instead of what do you want? Ah, well, I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax, you mentioned that, and can put out some quite quiet feelers. Maybe they will know something. Other than that, I'm not sure what I can do, but I'm wealthy and bored, so I'm sure I'll come up with something. Sure. Perhaps you'll tell me about your investigation. What did you find at Hayden's apartment? The first time we went, nothing. But when we went back to gather up his computer's data cache... Oops. The place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had spray-painted slogans all over the walls. Hayden's computer was gone, and we were assaulted. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him. Aw. I'm sorry to hear that. What do you want? What do I want? I wish to be young again and off exploring uncharted ruins. He does kind of have a Indiana Jones-esque quality about him. But right now, with you two, I simply wish to help. Now I have the resources, and it sounds like our mutual friend is in trouble. It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight. Right, Diana? Turing, are you sure we can trust him? Turing, we should trust him. I don't think we should trust him. I'm gonna be with are you sure? Because... I don't think we have any choice, Diana. I understand your reluctance to involve me. I hope I can earn your trust. I do hope I can earn your trust. I think I have a lead for you to follow up on, just off the top of my head. Just off the top of your head, sure. You said you found Human Revolution slogans spray painted on the walls. I am acquaintances with the man leading the current Human Revolution protests at the Genus Clinic. Why? His name is Brian Mulberry. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event. If it was just some hot-headed youth from the organization, it should be an easy cleanup. If not, that's useful information in itself. How do you know this Brian Mulberry? Well, when I exited Parallax after the merger, I sought out like-minded individuals to put pressure on the company to avoid full deployment of the MeshNet system. Brian Mulberry was one such person. We did not succeed in our efforts, but a high-profile breach of Parallax's servers did force them to put vastly larger efforts into network security than they had planned. Wonder if that's what Mad Cat did. Mad Cat, right? The great expenditure of resources I had been hoping to avoid. You're involved. I want to know. I'm a reporter. I need to know. I'm a writer, not really a reporter. All the information. No, not as such. Well, Mr. Mulberry and I were associated with each other once. It was before he joined the Human Revolution. I find their methodology too aggressive and their stated goals dangerously backwards. While I pushed for a careful deployment of technology after the Parallax System 1 merger, I am no Luddite. After all, I would likely be dead without the advanced medical and computing technology that goes into this chair. I guess I'll say thank you. I won't be rude. Thank you for helping us out like this. I'll send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker. Decker. I wonder if that's... It has to be a callback to, whatchamacallit. Oh gosh. You guys know what movie/book I'm talking about. Whose name is escaping me. Blade Runner. I think. Decker. Or I could be wrong. It could be, or it's another sci-fi. Or it was just merely coincidence. He is distinctive. I do not think you have any problems finding him. He will present you with one of my cards to prove your association with me to Mr. Mulberry. Make sure you speak to him before you leave. In the meantime, I will get in touch with some other individuals I know and try to find out any other information about Hayden that I may be able to pass to you. I will be in contact. We should get going, Turing. Of course. Please do not let me delay you any further. Good luck, Turing. I do not think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an impressive piece of technology. Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be in touch. Should I call downstairs to have you discharged, Diana? Yeah, I already looked around the room. I doubt the guy's gonna say anymore. Yes, please, let's go. Lexi! Oh, Lexi, sorry. I know it's probably like advanced Roomba, but I just think of it as a mushroom thing. Okay. You're one lucky dog, Diana. Didn't I tell you to be careful? Do you get it now? I can't be around to pull your ass out of the fire all the time anymore. I don't even know how I would have handled the Board of Inquiry and your sister if you'd actually been hurt. I'm sorry, Detective Rivers. Our assailant got the drop on us due to my negligence and lack of technical prowess. This is all because of my failure, not Diana's. Blame me, not her. It's my fault, not hers. Yeah, because the robot fresh off the assembly line is going to know how to handle this kind of thing better than the supposedly hard-boiled journalists you're carting around. Well, actually... Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth since Diana trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect my creation is the main reason for Hayden's disappearance beyond his normal research for parallax. My name is Turing. Phew, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on then, huh? The first machine sapiens. People are gonna have things to say about that. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink, Diana. Let's just get it together, both of you. I really care about you, but it sounds like you're stumbling into a really dangerous situation, Diana. Also, I'm starting to think that you were right. ... Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay the investigation into Hayden's disappearance. I filled out the full report and was then informed in no uncertain terms I was to wait the entire 48 hours before opening an official case. And that's after the break-in and vandalization of his apartment was reported. It's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought, but somebody definitely has some influence, enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet. So stop messing around, Diana. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep bumbling around, you'll blow it. I'm not trying to bumble around. Jesus. Just be careful, okay? I've got a bad feeling about this. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't going to happen at this point. I just have a hunch that people are going to end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them. And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please. Just checking something real quick. Okay. I am sorry, Lexi. I'll be careful, I promise. Or I can handle myself, don't mother. I'm going with the first one, because... yeah. Yeah, I know. Just... here. Ooh, Zapper. Take this, and use it if you have to. Is this the same thing we got hit with? It's not. This is a medium-range electro-laser pistol. It uses a low-power laser to create a channel of ionized gas to complete a circuit between the gun and the target, then discharges a considerable amount of current into the air. Ooh. Think of it as a wireless taser of the older variety. The neural scrambler we attack with uses a powerful electromagnetic field to disrupt electrical signals in the target's nervous system. Yeah, that's a lot worse. It is far more dangerous and prone to be permanently damaging to the target. You got lucky. This is a more suitable personal defense weapon, and is legal to carry around in USF without a license. Ugh, I don't know if I like that really, but okay. Thanks, I hope I won't need it. Me too, Diana. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. I have a feeling my superiors are going to keep bleeding on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See you. Stay safe. Alright. You'd better talk to the reception ROMs at the desk and officially check out before we go anywhere. We should also look for Dr. Fairlight's assistant, Mr. Decker. He should be somewhere around. Hassie vending machine. Look! They have a Hassie machine! Mango? If you want a Hassie, you have to pay using Lips Pay link to your ID card. Ooh. I'm gonna use this first. The Hassie jingle, what a surprise. Alright. I want some mango since I don't have my water. You pick a super large Hassie and drink it. You feel recovered. That was 12 credits. Very good, Diana. Isn't Hassie the best? I don't know about that, but okay. Plant. You're reminded of your much less healthy plant at home. I want to fire things, but I'm not going to do that. Is the idea supposed to talk to plants rather than listen to them? Fine. Cleaning ROM. A cute little cleaner ROM scrubbing the floors. You pat the tiny ROM on the head. It peeps cheerfully. This ROM isn't made for conversation. It just warbles at you. All you can hear is an intense desire to clean and scrub endlessly. Mysterious man. Couch. Resting. Couch. Look at couch. Comfy and frequently sanitized. And emphasize. Placard. Look at placard. Placard for signed instructions. Receptionist ROM. Screen. Receptionist ROM. Desk. The sign here says Chinese hospital. Bear in mind, Diana, that we're still in the USF. Okay, I had no doubt. Oop, no. I want to use a pistol on that. Screen. Screen showing hospital information and city updates. Nope. Let's look at the woman. Resting woman. Sitting alone in a hospital is no one's favorite pastime. Agreed. I'm waiting here for my husband. Good for you. I guess we'll talk to the mysterious man. You know, he doesn't look very distinct to me. But okay. A young person stands by the Hassan machine. Use him. You must be Diana. The name's Leon Decker. Fairlight message ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on to you. Here. Fairlight's card added to items. Hope the old man didn't ramble much. Not that I mind. Hopefully he'll go soon and put me in his will. Ha 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 ha. What the fuck? Just kidding. Sure, Decker. Sure. I'm gonna ask a few questions, and everyone wants to say thank you. Huh! Fairlight warned me about you. Then it turned that keen journal of mine on me and pry out all my secrets, huh? Just maybe. Alright, give me your best shot, Diana. What kind of work do you do for Fairlight? Why do you think Fairlight's helping us? Now let's go with what's your story. There isn't much to tell. My nosy new friend. I grew up down in LA, joined up with the military as soon as I was of age, spent way too much time dispensing freedom at the end of a gun, and earned me some ribbons. Now I work for a dinosaur with a charity complex. But he has an interesting humor, I have to admit. Things could have been worse. My whole platoon caught dengue fever once. I managed to dodge that one. Why do you think Fairlight's helping us? The old cadre has gone soft in his age and infirmity. From what I've heard, back in his System 1 days, he would have tossed you out on your ass. But now he's all about charity and baby kissing. I guess he wants to leave a better mark on the world than having headed a really large company that merged with an even larger company. I nearly got him to name an orphanage after me. Maybe for Christmas. Ha ha ha. What kind of work do you do for him? Oh, mostly just go for work, to be honest. I was looking for a bodyguard gig when I got out of the military, you know. Something easy and lucrative, and Fairlight had a posting for someone with my skills. Turns out all tech tycoons really don't need all that much guarding. So I spend most of my time fetching and carrying, giving his pet charity cases a hand here and there. Seems like you're his newest one. It isn't what I was looking for, but hey, it beats getting shot at. I could shoot at you right now. Thank you, Leon. No problem, Diana. But, call me Decker, yeah? I'll be around, if you know where to look. Okay. Look at receptionist ROM. These receptionist ROMs are here to help check people in and answer questions about guests who stay here. Yeah, I don't know about that guy, Decker. He kind of has a warped sense of humor. Patient Diana. My records indicate that you have been admitted for possible cranial trauma and should be confined to your bed. While I'm truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness, I must insist that you return to your room to be examined by a medical professional immediately. No need to accidentally zap myself with my own stunner. Just run the paperwork for my release. Listen here, bucket of bolts, I'm leaving, that's that. I'm gonna go with accidentally zap myself. An accidental discharge of a weapon is a serious event. I must insist that you're made for treatment. Even non-lethal stunners can leave much lasting neurological damage. I insist. Very well, patient Diana. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your will. Duh. But you should note in your release paperwork that willful early termination of medical service releases this hospital and its patient company from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated health care credits. That sucks. You will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Ugh. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately, and do have a nice day. Your medical billing makes me glad I'm sympathetic. It is sad that still, in the future, we still have to deal with bullshit healthcare. I mean, San Francisco still, even before Obamacare, San Francisco had one of the best healthcare options for its citizens. It was one of the few in the country that provided healthcare, free healthcare, to its citizens. I mean, it's had to pay a little bit, but it was really minor. Obamacare helped and everything, but it kind of messed everything about a bit, only because we already had a really good deal, and then it's like that Harrison Bergeron story where everyone had to be like at the same level, so we kind of had to go down to be at the same level. Um, and yeah, so like the government, it sucks that there's still credits, which yeah. But anyways, so that's my little tangent for the episode. I can't remember if I said this already. Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again. Yes. Anyway, now that we're free to leave, we should go find Tomcat. Tomcat, not Mad Cat. Mad Cat is something else entirely. And tell them about what happened. They should still be waiting for us as Stardust. Okay, it has been, have I been slouching too much? Ooh, sorry. Half hour, at least we finally got out of the hospital. A lot of exposition, but hopefully the next episode, well, it's all this style, but hopefully a lot more goes on. But that was fun. I'm not sure if Dr. Fairlight is 100% on the up and up. It doesn't seem as shady as like other like wealthy, bored, old, about to die, needing to like do some good things in their life. Characters like in other shows and everything, but and then there's still Decker, who, yeah, that weird humor is funny, but like, I don't know. I still am really enjoying this. I hope you guys are too. If you have any comments, suggestions, questions, feel free to leave them below or tweet at me at Diana Moon. If you like this video and like to see more, please hit the like button or hit subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, Diana Moon says,